I get to use the Magnum too.
Good lord.
Couldn't even see it. Strangely, I think the custom shotgun has a way more satisfying sound.
Oh, easily. I mean, the Magnum's awesome, but the custom shotgun definitely has. What would it take you if you walked into a room and it looked, even if there wasn't a giant moth?
I'm already scared of like.
What would it take you to enter that room?
You are dying. That's it.
Where do you find that guest that you have to put the guest in? By the way,
it's some thing that you read.
Oh, okay.
I've been like ignoring all of them because who cares? They're all just.
So
like...
you just walked in there. There was nothing alive except for on the keyboard was like all those slug things. But all you had to do was log into the computer, and you get like
okay. Is it just the slug things, or is there a 5-foot moth?
No, not the moth.
Okay,
but it's like disgusting like that.
I'd probably go in there if I really had to for some reason, as long as the moth's not there.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair, because it would be like asking the same thing like, would you go in the police station in Resident Evil 2? Be like, maybe. If there were no liquors? Oh, okay. Yeah, probably. Looks like a fun place to be.
Speaking of liquors.
2!
Ooh, baby.
I'm just worried you don't have enough bullets.
Yeah, I'm worried too. I don't have enough health. I don't have enough bullets. This game's really stingy about that stuff.
Homer, I'm a little worried about the beer situation. After this case, and the other case, we only have 3 cases left! We gotta go to the store.
Dude, I think you could reference Simpsons in some way for literally everything.
Pretty much. And you wouldn't even have to go past, like, season 15 or so. Sometimes I'll just be sitting there and I'll be like, oh my god, Simpsons still exists.
No. Okay, probably poisoned. Oh, cool.
See ya. That's, I think, one of the most underrated episodes. I'm pretty sure that's the one where, Homer... Homer takes a class on his marriage, and it's just so good. That's the one where, Mo's one of the... he walks in and Mo's one of the teachers. All right, boys.
I'm not going to be doing that room. You get a bunch of Magnum rounds, but there's 2 of those poison plants there. I do not want to get poisoned.
No,
and I mean, I don't have to do this room either, but gotta show it off because it's cool, I guess. Although the room sucks because there's 3 liquors in like really awkward positions.
Good.
So I'm probably gonna get hit like a bunch. And it is the most unsatisfying reward in the world.
But yeah, back in the day, like, with games that didn't have a New Game Plus.
Thank you, Auto Aim.
Nice double. Oh, nope, not.
Almost. Hey, at least I got that one. I think there's one more, right?
I feel like we've all been there, where like you save up all your stuff for the end of the game, and then you realize that like there is no end game, if that makes sense.
And this is what we get. We get Magnum ammo, or machine gun bullets.
Is that it?
So if you don't pick up the machine gun, you get the machine gun in this room, but not even picking it up.
Wow.
They give you the machine gun if you don't pick it up the first time way too late. Like, that's like, you have nothing left to kill. Like, there's almost nothing left in this game at this point.
And again, I understand that if you give, say you give, like, the Magnum or all that good stuff, like, too early, then the game's too easy. So that's, like, really tough. You pretty much have to treat it, if it doesn't have New Game Plus, you have to treat it kind of like Final Fantasy X and be like, okay, you can get really strong and just mow over anything in the real game, but no matter how strong you are, monster hunting is going to kick your butt, kind of thing. That's pretty much what you have to do.
One thing I'll definitely say, I was playing the RE2 remake, like literally yesterday. And ammo management is way better in that game.
It's hard because freaking everything takes 10 bullets.
Yeah, that's true.
10 headshots.
You also get almost nothing, and enemies are way more lethal.
True. It's a hard game. It really is. But yeah, freaking zombies take 10 headshots, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, especially when you're in the lab, like the naked zombies take like 15 handgun bullets.
Ridiculous.
I know what you're looking for. You came for the G-Virus, didn't you? Never take it from me. This is my husband's legacy. Now, where's that spy you were working with earlier? You know who I'm talking about. What? You really don't know anything, do you? You're so gullible.
Leon's about to simp.
She's one of the operatives sent here by the agency. The only reason why she came here is to obtain the G-Virus.
That's a lie.
No, it's the truth. I discovered this when I did a background check on her. She specifically got close to John and became his girlfriend to get information about Umbrella.
That can't be. I know her. Ada wouldn't do so.
Are you sure you know her?
What?
If you don't want to
You've talked to her for 4 times.
you're about to die anyway.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
I want to tell you something, lads. I was watching some guy do like the SS rank runs on Resident Evil Village, and you know the mercenaries, and being like, "Hey, here's what I do," and that guy at no point at any point used quick turn, and I'm like, I am getting BTFO'd by a guy who literally does not use quick turn. Never once does he use quick turn, and I'm like, this dude. Like, if I compare, like, my scores to his level by level, I'm like, how do you get an extra, like, 50,000? You know what I mean? And he doesn't use quick turn one time, and I'm like, dang, dude. And then I was like, why can't I be as good as these people? And Ash was like, because I play games all day. And I was like, that feel when I wish.
Yeah, it's one of those things that Spencer and me complain about people finishing a game in, like, a single day. And it's like, you just have to realize that they can play games for 14 hours a day. They have no other anything to deal with.
Yeah, I still, looking back on it, when we had that customer come in the next day after
like
Resident Evil Village came off, after Resident Evil Village came out and traded in, and I was like, oh, didn't you like it? And he was like, no, it was really good. I already beat it. But now I think about it and I'm like, there's so much extra content in that game. How could you just beat it one time and be like, I'm good? Like, not want to, like play through it again.
Yeah, playing through RE8 one time is so unfulfilling in terms of what the game is capable of.
Yeah. So now that I look back on that, I'm like, wow, that guy, like, kind of sold himself short, because I you know, playing it on all different settings is fun. I like mowing through it on easy just to be like, you know, get money and just go through it real quick. And yeah, I don't know, it's doing it one time, no thank you. Power room.
So kind of the funny thing about coming to this room, there's no actual reason for us to be here. It just so happens that things happen when we
like
get to this room.
story-wise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's nothing in here.
Yeah.
Run!
Leon, help. Leon, help her. Why aren't you helping? Oh, the handgun. Because it's Ada, it's strong.
I mean, he did get shot right in the face like 4 times, and then he Terminator 2'd himself.
Yeah, he's gone.
Did you know that Terminator Genesis is just a retelling of, like, Terminator 2?
Leon, please.
Did you know that? I didn't know that until recently.
Yeah, and then they retconned that movie for Dark Fate, which was a sequel to T2 again.
And it has Sarah Connor in it.
They made a sequel to T2 in Genesis, and then they retconned that and just made another sequel.
So
What a good franchise.
It's probably the worst franchise. Like, how can a franchise that started so good ended so bad?
Yeah.
And
It's like Terminator Salvation is like, you look at it, it's like an average movie, but it's like so much less of a convoluted mess than what the newer movies are.
Rip Ada.
No.
Yeah.
Ada.
One thing I would definitely change about this game, if I was writing it, make Ada a little bit more charismatic or likable at all.
Yeah, like, what is she, like, a sociopath when she was like, I know I can't care for you or anyone. It's like, what are you, literally a psychopath? Okay. What was I just saying just a second ago? God dang it. Yeah, I was just talking about something cool.
Rossman, memory.
Dang it! Oh, Terminator, right, because of this. So, in Terminator Dark Fate, Sarah Connor, who, like, doesn't seem like she cares at all in it, has like, a line. She just randomly shows up and, like, saves the
Is that you? Where are you?
main people who don't matter at all. And she goes, I'll be back. Like, she says it like that. It's like, couldn't care less. And it's not like sarcasm or ironic or whatever. It's like literally just like her being like, do I seriously have to say this?
Yeah.
Wait a second.
At least it's less embarrassing than in Genesis, the little girl character that plays what's-her-face. She's not literally a little girl, but she looks like a child. But she says, come with me if you have to live.
Oh,
and the way
Amelia Clark, yeah.
she is such a bad actor, and she looks like a kid. It's like, it doesn't work at all.
Dude, Terminator 2 is a better movie, but Terminator 1 is pure Kino.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, Alien and Aliens thing where I like both movies for completely different reasons.
Oh, you know what movie you should watch? In fact, I just rented it on Amazon yesterday, so it might still be available to watch. Event Horizon.
I've watched that movie.
Oh, you have? Okay. Yeah, because I really wanted to see it, because I like space stuff, and it's pretty good. The thing that made me sad is I went on Wikipedia later, and it was one of those movies, like we were talking about earlier, where, like, Paul Anderson, who ended up making Resident Evil the movies, oddly enough, like, had, like, a version that was, like, 2 hours long, and the studio was like, no! And then they did that at test screenings, and all the little babies were like, there's too much gore, blah, blah, blah. So he cut it down to 90 minutes, and then it came out, and everyone was like, it's pretty good, but I wish there was more, like, gore, and I wish it was longer. And he was like, ugh. And then the company, I think it was Paramount, went to him.
I've come to get you out of here. Claire's waiting for you.
Okay. So anyway, the company went to him and was like, hey, can you make a director's cut? And he was like, it doesn't exist anymore. And it's like, I was like, God dang it. And then, like, he, like, cares so little that he was like, oh, one of the producers we found has a VHS of, like, a bunch of, like, lesser known, like deleted scenes. And he's like, I think in, like, 2017 he was like, oh yeah, we found out this guy has it. And then they interviewed him, like, 2 years later, and he was like, yeah, I'll watch it eventually. And it's like, damn, you do not care. You're, like, so mad still. And he was like, oh, he moved to Spain, and I don't know. And it's like, does the internet literally not exist where you can just be like, you can go anywhere and be like, convert this VHS to, like, media files, and they'll be like, okay. Yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, I'll get to it.
One of my most favorite and depressing production tales with companies interfering is Alien 3. Like, how much of a mess that entire shoot was.
I heard about that.
You should watch a video on it. It's pretty interesting.
I've never seen Alien 3. The idea, like, the idea around it sounds awesome. It's like, what, she's on a prison planet, and there's no guns or no nothing and only one alien?
Yep.
Like, that sounds pretty cool. And then LGN made a video game for it, and you have a bunch of guns, and you save a bunch of people from a million aliens. Because I guess having a game with one alien... Wait, isn't Alien Isolation a game with one alien?
I think so.
I was about to say, I guess having a game with one alien would not be fun, and then I was like, wait a minute.
I should play that game someday. I just haven't because I heard the game's like 20 hours long or something. And being stressed for 20 hours is not that fun.
No, the exact same thing. I should. My favorite is still Apocalypse Now, where literally people were like losing their minds. And then Marlon Brando shows up, 140 pounds overweight, and they're like, hey, did you read the script? And he's like, it's fine. And he's like, okay, did you read the book? It's Heart of Darkness. And he was like, I don't read books. And he's like, and they're like, all right. And they were like, all right, here's where you're going to shoot. And he was like, I'm just going to sit in this dark cave because it's cool in here. They literally had to work around all of it. He's the big bad guy in it. They had to work around all of it and be like, all right, what do we do? Oh, just show him in the dark at all times in this, like, moist cave. And I guess that would be, like, it would work. And it did! Dude, I would be so mad if I was a director and anyone for any reason was just like, no. I'd be like...
Dude, when you're a Hollywood actor or a director and you have to deal with like, these super egotistical guys, like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your Blade, what's his name?
Oh, Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, you're gonna get your Wesley Snipes.
He just didn't open his eyes. That's still... I mean, it's... You can't get more alpha than showing up to a thing that you're the actual first build star in, 140 pounds overweight, not read the script, not caring about the book, not doing anything, and showing up like months late, while everyone there for months is in like this like jungle, dying because it's so damn hot, getting so sick because it's the friggin' jungle, and then being like, oh yeah, I didn't do anything. I mean, that's literally like Chad Alpha right there. That is something I could never do because I care too much about like making stuff difficult for people.
By the way,
I do not want to.
Talking about the game for a little bit, did you notice that this entire like last 10 minutes, no enemies anywhere?
Yeah.
I don't really understand why.
Well, there's enemies in Part A. There's enemies near the end.
It's just B scenario seems like it was rushed. Also, I like these plugs.
Yep.
It makes sure that you have 2 inventory slots for the grenade launcher, which is pretty interesting.
I love that. And you have to use the grenade launcher to beat him, right? You, like, can't beat him otherwise.
I think so.
Okay. Dude, this music's awesome.
So when I did my practice run today, I only had to shoot this guy 3 times. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Jeez!
Yeah, there's pretty much nothing you can do about that.
Dude, imagine doing knife only on this guy. Yeah.
What the?
Who's that?
Ada, is that you?
Even Tyrant before then took 4 shots.
Yo, before you shoot it, can you check it? A rocket launcher. Oh my... Should kill any enemy. I was hoping it just said a rocket launcher.
Game over.
You lose, big guy.
Boo! Not you lose, big guy.
Yeah. I thought the game messed up. That was so weird.
Is there, I'm trying to think of another instance in games where, like, there's someone, like, in the complete darkness and it's so obvious who they are. It might even be another Resident Evil game. I just love how it's so... I mean...
Yeah, it's obviously
how many characters... Okay, you meet a decent amount of characters, but how many characters are still alive? Leon, Claire, Sherry, and Ada. That's it, right? Everyone... Or no, wait. I guess Annette doesn't die on screen.
Hunk is alive.
Yeah. Who is it? Yo, can you use that rocket against the final boss?
Yeah.
Based.
Although the description of it kills any enemy in 1 shot is false.
I prefer to use it against that zombie.
How did that?
In fact, that killed nobody.
Okay.
Leave no enemy alive.
Kind of lame last kills, but whatever.
So whenever you see like a timer, like a 5-minute timer, like it's really easy to be like, oh my god, you know, and like hurry and all that stuff. But I would like to see someone who would like use all the time. I feel like if you used all that time against the boss, there would be no way you could survive.
Yeah, it's like the arena's so small, you're gonna die. He's so fast, and you can move so slowly.
Like you're gonna have what?
Whoops. Oh.
You're gonna have 2:30 left, even though you messed up here. And it's like, imagine surviving 2 minutes and 30 seconds against that boss, like with how fast he's able to go.
You have to have like 8 green herbs. I mean, you really just have to stand around in like an empty hallway. That's the only way you're gonna do it. Literally 240. I wonder if the timer runs out right here if you still die.
I bet you do.
Like that's 6 seconds.
That's one thing I've never seen is the timer running out. It's finally over.
Sherry's unconscious.
I have the antidote. If I give it to her.
What?
Man, good thing that Claire did everything and Leon didn't do anything.
Claire, what's happening?
Not now. Come on, Sherry, wake up. Wake up. Please wake up. Claire?
Her eyes.
Where am I?
It worked.
Literally
Sherry.
alien.
You're gonna be okay.
Also, I want to say that I absolutely love Claire's voice in this game specifically. There's something about the performance, it's just perfect to me.
I have to find my brother.
I have to find my brother.
This is just the beginning.
It's like amateurish, but it works for like a game as campy as this. Like RE2 Remake is like more serious, but not only is Claire like weird looking in RE2 Remake, but her voice is it's alright.
Well, they did make Claire look weird in Resident Evil 2, but they made Jill waifu #1 in RE3.
Yeah,
remake,
all the
so-
RE Engine games you can see, like RE7 when you go back to that game, the characters are butt ugly. Remake 2 is better. Remake 3 is better more, and then RE8 is even better.
I mean, RE8 made the ultimate waifu. You know, the puppet girl.
Miranda.
No. What?
I know, the Miranda's the cult leader.
What's the name of the puppet girl? I forget.
God, they barely say it in the game. I don't remember.
Domatres. Or maybe they made the.
Lady Domatress is the huge girl.
Yeah, my waifus are the vampire daughters. All 3. Even
Whatever
though
their names are.
even though the last 2, like the first one you like deal with a lot, and then the last 2 it's like nothing.
Yeah, especially when you're speedrunning the game, you just really wish the castle portion was longer.
Yeah.
Because like some of the characters you interact with like one time. Hey there, buddy.
Oh, that Resident Evil leak said that there's no plans for RE8 DLC, which I find to be like very interesting.
Maybe RE7 DLC didn't make money.
Also, this is what I look like.
That's me before my morning coffee. Get that joke?
Don't talk to me until I have my morning coffee. Now you may speak. That's me.
Leon.
Man, they don't give you a lot of room.
No, sir.
Knife only, please.
I don't even know how you do it. Is it even possible?
I don't know. I don't know how it's possible with anything less than the custom shotgun. Like, how could you do it with, like, the handgun?
Yeah, it's like...
You have...
Maybe the regular shotgun.
You have
and
30
some
seconds,
Magnum.
maybe.
Oh, I love this animation. Leon's like, oh, wiping the sweat off his face.
What if you beat it and then the timer ran out right there? No! Wait, what's that timer even for?
The train is going to be exploding.
Oh, that's right. And this thing still survives somehow.
Yeah, even though you take down Birkin, he's still hazardous viral material.
Oh, sorry.
What? What is this, Dayback?
Sherry, you better not get powers in the future and star in another Resident Evil game.
Don't talk about RE6 to me.
Sherry, I know this nice boy. His name's Jake. I know his dad. His dad's a work friend.
What are you doing? We have to stop the train, right? I can do it, but...
Claire, you really have no other options. What was she looking at?
Which one's the right switch? Maybe this one?
Is it the green button or the blue switch?
Ooh, how'd she do that?
She like went underneath it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Push the big freaking red button, you idiot. The big red one that says emergency.
Finally, the exit.
Are you alright?
I'm okay.
Where's Claire? Claire? Claire!
Right here.
Claire!
Yes, we all
One of my least favorite things about movies,
Come on, we have to get out of here.
when it's like, man, we gotta get out of here. Are you okay? Let's take precious seconds and ask each other how we are. Ah, so cool.
So, it's finally over. Sherry, you look terrible.
No worse than you, Claire.
Oh, yikes.
Come on, time to leave.
Now? What's wrong? Is something following us?
We have to go. We don't have any time to waste.
Go? Where?
Hey, it's up to us to take out Umbrella.
Bom, 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 bom.
And didn't a second ago, wasn't she like, I have to find my brother? Now she's like, yeah, it's fine. Overall, Resident Evil 2 is a good game. A lot of people consider it the best one. I personally don't, because I played it so dang much.
Yeah, it's a great game, and I would say that it's like, if someone asked me where to start with the classic Resident Evils, I would probably say maybe start with this one, because RE1 is a lot of exploration and puzzles, and I think some people might be turned off because of that. And then RE3 is like all-out action, is the hardest by far. So I think this one's like a good beginner, but then RE1 does better exploration, and then RE3 does way better action.
I would say Resident Evil 0, start with that. And then do Resident Evil Remake, Resident Evil 1 Remake. And then Resident Evil Umbrella, Operation Raccoon City. And then Resident Evil Gaiden
Yeah,
for Game Boy Color.
do 0, Gaiden, and Umbrella Chronicles. Isn't there another terrible game like Umbrella Corps?
Umbrella Corps, yeah. Do that, and then watch all the Resident Evil movies in a row.
Specifically all the Mila Jovovich ones.
And then play Resident Evil Village on Village of Shadows, knife only. And you should be good. I also don't know if that's possible. I'm
yeah,
sure.
fresh save, knife only, Village of Shadows.
God.
Fresh save is possible because the first Lycan that you encounter has way less health than some of the other ones, so you can take it down with just the handgun. But after that, you're just running past everything.
Well, I saw someone speedrun it, and I'm like... I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw that it's possible. And I'm like, man, people are just too good at video games. It's like...
Shinji Mikami.
Yes!
I miss you, bro.
It's like half the reason that, like, I got tired of Rock Band and Guitar Hero, because it's like no matter what song came out, no matter how hard it was like, Up, F-seed in 5 seconds, and it's like, okay, where's the fun in that? It's like, for he had no more lands to conquer. You know, that's kind of how it is with games, but I digress.
Let's see those stats, boy.
C ranking.
Maybe sub 2 hours?
Literal C.
Yeah, okay.
Look at that Magnum.
Alright, it's not even close to sub 2 hours, but good, clean A rank.
Can you get S rank in this?
No.
No, that's only in the, I think, the Japanese one.
Yeah.
Cool. And he did it. He saved, and he wouldn't have saved if it wasn't an LP. Because he had to save at some point. Because, you know, 2/18/24.
All ye.
Oh, wait, are we seeing Hunk?
No. We'll see that later.
Oh, cool. You'll do that in a separate one? Nice.
Claire A. Yeah, I literally sent you a message about this. I'm doing Hunk and Tofu next week, along with RE 1.5.
I read it. You can play. Okay.
Thank you.
No.
Are they going to say stuff about Tofu again?
I'd like to see that. You can also play another scenario. Didn't you just save?
Yeah, I don't need to do it. Tofu? Ooh.
So that's their hint? Oh, it literally tells you.
It literally tells you, yeah. So I guess I'll show that off next time, too. It's just unfortunate that you have to play, like, the first 15 minutes of the game to do that. But
Dude,
whatever.
that, honestly, on a normal run, that's kind of hard without getting any items. It ain't easy.
No Tofu.
No Tofu. 2. Alright, boys, we'll see you next time. We'll do Hunk and Tofu, and we'll wrap this game up. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and see you next time. John.